Welcome, sports fans, to the Supersized Fantasy Football League Week 13 preview. Who's in? Who's out? Whose life has just been crushed and left in pieces because they're going to the minors? Can't imagine who that could be, but I'm sure we're gonna find out. Can't wait for that. As always, we go ladies first. We start down in the minor leagues, and I repeat, one team has already punched their promotion ticket to the majors, and that is both of these nuts. Brad Lockwood in his inaugural season has taken Bofa to an 8-4 record, over 2,000 points, and has clinched the A division down in the minors. Congrats to Brad. He will be in the 3-team playoff. The 3 division winners will play for varying prize money. They're all guaranteed something. It just depends on how they do in the tournament. First place gets $250. Second place gets $200. Third place gets $150. So good luck to Brad, and I look forward to him taking my place in the majors next year. Piece of shit. We know the A division has already been decided. The next division to be decided, the AA division. Promotion Bowl 1, Tommy Vale and Drew's crew against Gabe Cotton and Showtime. Unfortunately, this is not a true promotion bowl as these two teams played 2 weeks ago. Showtime got the upset win to close this gap to 1 and just pulled off a .1 win this past week to stay within 1 game of Drew's crew. So here's the situation. Tommy Vale and Drew's crew takes on I Hate My Life, who currently appears to be on autopilot. Gonna be tough for I Hate My Life to pull off the upset, but that's exactly what Showtime needs here. They need I Hate My Life to do the unthinkable, knock off Tommy to get to 8-5. Then Showtime needs Showtime Mahomes to come up huge and knock off Hombre's Hitman. If that happens, he's got a chance. But you see there the point differential. He's got to win. He needs Tommy to lose, and he's got to beat Tommy by 38 points. Can he pull off the trifecta? It's going to be tough. Going to be tough. But either way, Showtime could be a force in the promotion also. More on that later. Next up, we go to the AAA division. Promotion Bowl number 2. We got Mike Sprunger and the Panty Droppers against Kyle Gilliard and the Bulginators. Just came off a head-to-head matchup this past week. The Panty Droppers were undermanned and dropped 1 to the Bulginators to close this division lead to 1. If you guys remember, though, back mid-season, the Bulginators looked like the greatest minor league division team ever assembled. Then the wheels started to come off. The Panty Droppers were riding high until this past week and have taken over this division. But here's what needs to happen. The Panty Droppers would have to lose to Mark Bloom and Smells Like Fish. Gonna be a tough order, but that's what the Bulls have to hope for. They also have to hope for a win against the KY Jellies. And you see there, the Bulls leading the tiebreaker by nearly 47 points. So a loss for the Panty Droppers and a win for the Bulls. And we could have a flip-flop in this division at the buzzer. But it's going to take a tall order. The Fish have got to step up for the Bulls. Can they do it? Doubtful. Last but not least, we got the season's over bowl, one and only. It's down to 2 teams. We have Mark Bloom and Smells Like Fish, currently 3-9, coming off a 1-game loss, going against John Crozier and the Bunch of Hawkers, currently 2-10, riding a 3-game losing streak. John Bon Crozier, unfortunately for him, takes on division leader both of these nuts. Meanwhile, we talked about it, Mark Bloom and Smells Like Fish also taking on their division leader, the Panty Droppers. So the smart money is on both of these teams to lose. If that's the case, Bloom would finish 3-10, the Fockers 2-11, which means the Fockers would not be invited to the 8-team promotion off playoff. They would be last place in the minors and would automatically be back in the minors next year. Meanwhile, Bloom would probably be the 8th seed in the promotion offs. But hey, he's on the dance floor. He's got a ticket in the lottery. He's got a shot. You never know what could happen. Better to be in than to be out. We'll see what happens this week. All right, enough with the minor leagues. We'll take the minor leagues way more seriously next year, I promise. But now it's on to the major leagues. We're all playing for in the majors. And we start with our 2 division winners. They already have it locked up. Down in the Purdue division, it's Michael Ruddy and San Marcos Swisser, 9-3, riding high 3 in a row. See, the points aren't really where most division winners would be, but 18-31, enough to get it done down in the sorry Purdue division. Meanwhile, the supersized Cans and Chris Knox, wheeling and dealing all season, still have to defend allegations of rape of the Long Dong Silvers and several other teams for the trades he pulled off this year. Riding a 3-game winning streak, fearing relegation for so many weeks, and then his team gets Coach of the Week 3 weeks in a row to get to 8-4. Highest scoring team in the league, and you see there, has outscored Reddy's team by 272 points on the year. Congratulations to you 2 division winners. They will be in the 16 playoff for the belt. Trying to join them as a division winner, we go to the Bulldog division. We have Michael Taman and Prestige Worldwide, currently 9-3 in the Bulldog division, have owned this division from the jump, but right on his heels, out of nowhere, Derek McMichael and Lazy Balls, 3-game winning streak. And not to mention, you see there they have the tiebreaker over Taman by nearly 80 points. So here's the situation. Prestige Worldwide is playing, ironically, against his second team, Chris Carter and Monica Loves Clinton Dix, who are in a relegation bowl. More on that later. So Taman versus Carter, the brother versus the brother-in-law. That could play huge implications either way. Meanwhile, Lazy Balls taking on Phil Porter and Protect His House. Guess what? He's facing Monica Loves Clinton Dix in a relegation bowl. Crazy drama down in the Bulldog division. So if you're Lazy Balls, you need Monica Loves Clinton Dix to pull off the upset. You need to take care of your own business against Protect Your House, and then you would be a division winner down in the Bulldog division and be guaranteed a playoff spot. Good news for Lazy Balls, though. Decent point total, so even a loss could put them in good shape for a wild card. Taman and Prestige Worldwide are in the playoffs regardless, win or lose. The only difference would be whether they're a division winner or you're a wild card. Our second division bowl, we go to the Ooey Pooey division. These 2 teams just played this past week. It was Derek Britt and Domo Dynasty falling to Kirk Webber and Pigskin Playboys despite conspiracy dramas, collusion drama. I don't know what was going on. I've never heard any collusion. I don't even think the 49ers would collude to get Nick Mullins, but that's what happened. It didn't matter anyway. The Pigskin Playboys rolled to an easy victory to even this division race at 8-4. Playboys have won 4 in a row, and they are taking on Adam Ivancic and the Silent Assassins, their known nemesis for several years. Meanwhile, Domo Dynasty is taking on Aho. 0-12 Aho. So, unless Aho can pull a rabbit out of his hat for the first time all season, you have to assume Domo Dynasty is going to get the win to get to 9-4. So even if the Playboys would also get the win to get to 9-4, this division would go to Domo Dynasty. Huge advantage, almost 300 points in the tiebreaker. Next up, we got the wild card teams. We talked about who's going to be in the running for the division title. Now the teams for the wild card, Michael Taman and Prestige Worldwide in the playoffs either way. But if they lose the division, they will be a wild card. Same for Derek Britt and Domo Dynasty thanks to the huge point total. Lazy Balls, also a pretty decent point total, not as safe as Domo Dynasty, but a loss would put them at 8-5 and still have a good shot at a wild card. The Pigskin Playboys and the Silent Assassins face off in Week 13. That is a playoff bowl, meaning the Pigskin Playboys can win and still have a shot at the division title if Domo Dynasty loses. However, if the Silent Assassins beat them, that would leave both teams at 8-5, and you see the Assassins have outscored the Playboys by over 100 points, which means the Assassins would likely get the wild card over them and knock the Playboys out of the playoffs, which would be, I believe, the first 8-win team to get knocked out. but that's probably going to happen when a team goes 0-13 in your division. And last but not least, Aaron Britt and League Lows still have a shot. They're going to need a lot of help in front of them, but they have not been mathematically eliminated from a wild card. But they're going to need a lot of things to go their way and have a big week. They're going to need to outscore likely Lazy Balls or Silent Assassins by nearly 50 points to possibly sneak into that second wild card spot. Next up, we got the Pissed Offs. They're out of the running for the playoffs, but more importantly, they're out of the running for relegation. In the Butler division, we got Brett Cree and the Lowland Janers, the defending Super Bowl champs. 2 huge division wins over Team Wildo and the Long Dong Silvers to get to 6-6 and remain on safe ground. Also from the Butler division, Will Haskett, Team Wildo, despite a 3-game losing streak, still safe, which is not good for the team that they beat up. And down in the Purdue division, despite a 4-game losing streak, Jason Brandison $50 donation are safe thanks to Cokert. Relegation, Holmes. Bad times are coming is with a heavy heart that for the first time in 16 years, the cellar dweller of the Butler division is yours truly, Luke Weber and the Long Dong Silvers. 2 huge losses in a row. Too many mistakes throughout the year to even mention in this format. That might be coming later. But they will be going down to the minors for the first time in franchise history. Joining them from the Purdue division, Steve Cogard and the Menage a Trois. 2-10. Refuse to trade me Juju. Don't blame him since he's already relegated, but still, it hurts a little bit. And then from the Ooey Pooey division, trying to avoid pulling a Laurent, 0-12 Aho. Only one other team in league history has gone 0-13. They actually went 0-14 since they lost their first matchup in the Toilet Bowl. Came back the following year, Brian Laurent's team, to win 3 games, but still finished dead last in the league and was never seen or heard from again. So hopefully Aho can scratch out a victory here in the next 2 weeks to avoid pulling a Laurent. Last year in the majors, we had 4 relegation bowls. This year, we only have 1, and it's in the Bulldog division. They just played each other this past week. Chris Carter, Monica Loves, Clinton Dix taking on Phil Porter and Protect This House. Monica Loves, Clinton Dix taking on his brother-in-law, Michael Taman, to avoid relegation. He's on a 3-game losing streak. Meanwhile, Phil Porter got the big win last week. Wins have been tough to come by for Porter despite his huge point total. There you see he's outscored Carter's squad by 217 points. So if Taman, who is the division frontrunner, can knock off Monica Loves, Clinton Dix, and Porter can knock off Lazy Balls, Porter would make the analytics nerds very happy and avoid relegation thanks to that huge point total at 6-6. So there you have it, boys. Week 13 preview. Just a little recap for you. Everything in the majors is the same. I always compare it to like the AFC or the NFC. We got 16 teams. 6 make the playoffs. Your 4 division winners and 2 wild cards. The remaining 10 teams that do not make the playoffs will play in the Toilet Bowl for a small cash prize as well. This year, the minors, we changed it up. We went 3 divisions. Those 3 division winners are promoted to the majors automatically. They will also play in a 3-team playoff. The number 1 seed will get a bye. So the 2 and the 3 seed will play off in week 14. Their minor league Super Bowl will be week 15. Whoever wins that Super Bowl will be awarded $250. The runner-up will be given a $200 cash prize, and third place $150. The next 8 teams, the next best 8 teams, will be in the promotion off bracket that will be determined over weeks 14, 15, and 16. The winner of that will be promoted to the majors, will punch that 4th promotion ticket, and also receive $100 for surviving the 8-team promotion offs. The only team that will not have a postseason in the minors, which is whichever team finishes dead last in the regular season. And like we said before, that is between Smells Like Fish and Bunch of Fockers at this point. One or two more things here to mention. Remember, we lock rosters for the playoffs. So next Tuesday of week 14 is the last time you will be allowed to make any bids on players. Last bidding of the year. So you may say, well, I might as well spend all my money, which could be true. However, you need to save $10 back if you think you might need the Cousins clause. Check the rules for that, but that allows you to make an addition for any if you cannot fill a starting lineup with a viable player in the playoffs. However, since it's last bidding, you can still add free agents all the way up to Monday Night Football of week 14. Now, obviously, guys that have already played in week 14, you can't add, but free agent market is all open until week 14 is completed. Then it's locked. So keep that in mind. We do it differently here. People bitch and moan about it all the time, and we've had it this way for 16 years. You got to build a team that can take you to the finish line. You don't get to pick up the Gus Edwards in week 15 or the Austin Ekelars in week 16. You got to build your team to last 3 weeks. That separates the winners from the losers. Whoever does the best, hoist the belt. Is it going to be you or is it going to be somebody else? Make those moves, get it done, and let's have great playoffs. Let's go!